Alright, so this is early thoughts of Michelangelo, just from their ability that's been revealed in a few of their cards. So, Michelangelo is a move 3 fighter, and he has 14 starting health, and he has April O'Neil as a sidekick, and she has 6 starting health, and they're both melee. So, Michelangelo's ability, Pizza Party, is after you attack or play a scheme, you draw a card. But you start the game with only 3 cards in your hand, and your maximum hand size at the end of your turn is 3 cards. So this isn't something we've never seen before on Unmatched. Your hand size changing. So obviously you're going to be drawing a lot of cards. Every time you attack and scheme, you're drawing an extra card. And you are going to have to keep your hand size small. So you're obviously going to have to be very aggressive, attacking a lot. So you use cards in your hand and then you'll gain them right back. So he's going to be able to sustain his hand size even though it's very small. So he's going to be very interesting, being able to quickly play out cards and keep getting them back really quickly, but only have very few options at all times. But he'll have very few options at a time, but yet he'll have a lot of options because of how much he draws. So that's going to be interesting. He's move 3, which is nice. And there's 2 cards that are revealed. The first one is Guaranteed Delivery. It's a 3-value versatile any card. And it's immediately you can place a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. If you do, then you cancel the effects on your opponent's card. Now this is cool. This is something we've seen alternate cancel effect abilities, and this is a really cool one. We haven't really seen any decks that put cards at the bottom of their decks. But that's going to be cool. And the after combat abilities, if you have no cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. So if you use this, you play this card, you put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck to cancel effects, and then you have no cards in your hand, you draw 2 cards, and then you draw an extra card because of your ability. So that's going to be cool. Fill your hand back up. With this ability, this is going to be, you're going to draw cards really fast, obviously, from your ability, but this card is going to help you to, if you don't empty out your hand with this, let's say you have a full hand, you play this card, you put 1 card from your hand on the bottom of your deck, and then you only draw 1 at the end of your turn for, I guess it cancels out because you'll draw an extra card, but you also put a card back into your deck. So it's kind of like just playing a card normally. But you always replenish your hand. But you put a card from your hand to the bottom, draw a card, you can keep putting cards. That's going to be cool. And yeah, this is going to be, it's an interesting cancel effect card, but I think it's going to be a good one. With always having cards in your hand, you're going to just be able to keep playing this, keep putting cards back into your deck. Cards you don't need at the moment, you'll probably need later. And you'll keep drawing cards back up. It's a very interesting cancel that also lets you draw cards, which I think, this would have to be the first cancel effect card that also lets you draw cards. So this can be I have a feeling is going to be a really crazy card. And Michelangelo's second card revealed was Boisterous Beatdown. It's a 2-value attack card, Michelangelo only. And its ability is after combat, gain an action. If you won combat, gain 2 actions. So obviously winning combat with a 2-value attack is very unlikely unless they don't play a defense. So most of the time this card is just going to be gaining an action, which is still fine. So because of this card, well, even without this card, it's pretty obvious that Mikey's going to have to be a very aggressive fighter. But this card kind of shows that you want them to not be able to defend. I mean, you obviously always want people not to defend, but with this card, you're probably going to you can play this to gain actions, I guess, to keep on attacking multiple times. Or you can kind of save this till you attack with something else first. Save this and use it at the end to gain 2 actions. I think that'll make this a kind of tough choice if you want to play this early during your turn to just keep giving you actions to keep attacking with. Or try to save it later and hope they won't have a defense later that you can gain 2 actions off it. I think it's an interesting card. It's kind of like for my next trick without the card draw and movement. But it can be better if they don't defend, so it's pretty decent. So Michelangelo, obviously going to have to be really aggressive. if people having only a hand size of 3, the opponent is probably a lot of time going to be able to just run back because you always have the initiative, pretty much. So it's a good thing that he's a move 3. He also has April the Psychic, who can also move 3. So you can spread out and have a pretty good board presence with being a move 3 fighter, even though you are melee. I'm guessing you're going to have some schemes to help you move around too, so people can't just run from you the whole game. And I'm also assuming you're probably going to have to boost quite a few times in a game with Mikey, so I'm guessing he's going to have some pretty good boost cards. But I mean, both the cards that were shown, revealed, were both only boost 1, so maybe not. I mean, he is a move 3 fighter already, so probably won't have anything crazy for boosts. But there's definitely going to be 2s. I'm expecting a few 3s, because I don't think they're going to make another Squirrel Girl character with no boost 3s. That'd be horrible. Especially because he only has 1 Psychic. Yeah, they definitely won't do that. Just probably going to have some boost 3s, maybe boost 4s. We already saw in Leonardo's deck he has a boost 4, so maybe Mikey will also get one, but he might not, because he's a move 3. Move 3s with 4 boosts, that's Medusa level right there. Except for Mikey's not range. But yeah, I think he's going to be a very fun character, very aggressive. I think it seems like, just by looking at him, at first on paper, he kind of seems like he's going to be horrible into exhaustion. But I think he's going to have some tools to deal with that, especially just seeing that cancel effect card. Being able to put cards back in your deck, I'm guessing he's going to, on the bottom of your deck, I'm guessing he's going to have quite a few cards that puts cards to the bottom of your deck. That's just a guess, though, so we'll see. Yeah, that was Michelangelo. So yeah, I guess hold up. We'll see you next time. I misread the card. If you have April is a range sidekick. Watching this, I don't even know if anybody will watch this, but if there's somebody watching, you have an idea. You're gonna be able to have some pretty good board presence. That means being able to move 3 and having a range sidekick, possibly. Just write it in the comments. Okay, that's good. That means you're gonna be able to attack very often. So yeah, I mean you're gonna want to anyways, Mikey. But I'm guessing because you move 3 and have a range sidekick, you can position so that you'll always be able to attack on your turn. I'm pretty sure on pretty much every map with a move 3 range character. As long as you keep April alive, you should always be able to attack on your turn. So this is good. This is going to help Mikey be aggressive. I don't know how I didn't see that when I first read the card, but oh well. Yeah, that helps a lot. Well, that makes it interesting. So because you also get this ability whenever April attacks for drawing cards. So yeah, I could see April being kind of like, I don't know. I'm hoping she's got a lot of defenses, a lot of cards. I'm hoping he has a lot of any cards. I mean, we already saw one with the cancel effect cards, so that's good. I'm hoping she's got quite a bit. I'm hoping she's kind of like a Misty Knight for Luke Cage's deck. Because Misty's range helps a lot with the commanding impacts, and you can still use Trash Talk as Misty. So that's kind of what I'm expecting April to be like, but a little more aggressive. So yeah, that's great.